That's not good. Welcome to DPV. I'm Josh, and today we're working on the Big Chief. Trying to kind of get a parts list together. So we got a few items that we're gonna address today. Kind of getting to the conclusion here that I gotta finish some things right in order to, take my kids wheeling and go on some longer wheeling trips that I've been just putting off because this thing's not reliable at all. On the last trip, transfer case, not happy. So that's the first thing we're gonna address. And I know that for a long time I've been talking about building a doubler. I've got some of the junkyard parts rounded up, but in digging into that project, between Drivelines, the doubler kit, rebuilding the transmission, all those things, it's gonna cost me about $2,000. And there's some other things that we need, like tires. These tires are just pretty much worthless. The seat belt is extremely annoying because you got to pull it out ever so slightly, otherwise it locks up. And you got to get in and out, that is annoying. The transfer case linkage, which if I got the doubler, it fixed that, but at $2,000 it doesn't even include like the twin stick shift or twin stick kit and all that stuff. So yeah, and in the shifters and stuff, that's probably another $500. So yeah, got to address that. I've only got a roll bar over the kids, and this is not strong. We've gotten ourselves into some sketch situations, and this Jeep's not light. I don't want to die, so I've got like all of the 1 3/4 DOM tubing that I need to build the cage. We've got this issue. I can stick my hand. Yeah, see, there's inside the Jeep. Through the wheel well. This mud, it's on the inside of the glass. So we need to fix that situation. So yeah, a number of things that need to be fixed up. And then we've got a couple issues under the hood. Some of them are pretty easy. Like, got a coolant leak. I think it's leaking from the water neck. So just got to figure that out. Maybe the surface isn't perfect. Maybe I just need a new water neck so that gasket actually seals well. This radiator leaks, so we need a new radiator. So yeah, coolant system needs addressed. The choke cable is sticky, and so I can't like do the choke from inside the cab, which is super annoying. So we got to fix that. It's just a whole bunch of little nickel and dime stuff, and then a couple big ticket items. So what we're gonna do today, drop that transfer case, bust it apart, and see, I think it's just the chain is stretched. And for a while you couldn't get good chains for the Borg Warner because Morse chains stopped making them. But now BJ's Off-Road makes a chain that's made in America, and it's got pretty dang good reviews. The Crown Automotive chain, from what I've read, is garbage. It just stretches, pretty much immediately. But this one from BJ's Off-Road sounds like it's pretty good. It is kind of a high dollar item. It's $300, and I don't really want to put $300 into the Borg Warner, but when you consider everything else, like I don't have to rebuild the transmission, I don't have to redo Drivelines, I don't have to, it gets me wheeling a lot quicker, and it lets me address the other things, if it's the chain. And then I found another company out of Oregon that makes a external seal kit for the transmission, so I don't have to source all the little gaskets and stuff. They have it all in one kit, And so this transmission works fine. It just leaks everywhere. So I'll get that seal kit. So we're gonna drop the tranny and then get a parts list for some of these other things. Radiator, water neck, got some stuff planned back there. I'll talk to you in just a minute. Oh yeah, see there's another issue. I gotta beef up my skid plate. It is not strong enough. It's kinda got a curve in it now. So we gotta drop that, get the drive lines out. I'm really loving my square drive line. If you wanna know how I built that, I'll link a video right up here. It is sweet. I've drug it on rocks already and it is awesome. Yeah, all right. Let me get this pulled, get the drive lines pulled, and then I wanna show you something on the T-case, how you can check that chain stretch. All right, let's see what this T-case fluid looks like. Hopefully it's got fluid in it. Ooh. That is quite metallic looking. All right. So what we're gonna do before we pull this thing out is check the slack in the chain, which I'm sure it's probably wore out. I think that's the sound I'm hearing is it jumping over the gears. But you just pull this plug out right here and then stick a screwdriver in there and see how much slop is in the chain. Ideally you don't want more than like a 1/2 inch. If it's more than a 1/2 inch of up and down movement, then the chain is worn. I'd say that's more than a 1/2 inch. Holy cow. Yep, she's sloppy. Inch and a quarter. Yeah, that's too much slop. So let me get the transfer case pulled. It's just 4 more bolts. We'll get this thing on the bench, start blowing her apart. All right, there it is in all its glory. So I don't remember if I can split this and take the chain out this side and not have to pull the low range box off. But with as much metal as in there, I probably better blow it all the way apart, unfortunately. Don't remember how to do all this. Pretty sure it's gotta come out this way. So we'll just start taking apart from here. I might be able to leave this yoke on actually, because I actually replaced all the seals. I'm gonna have to replace this one. It got dinged on the way out. But I will have to pull this yoke in order to get this half off. If I remember right, there's a snap ring behind this cover, so I think we gotta start there. There is snap ring right there. That's what I thought. So that's got to come off. And then unbolt there and this thing will slide off. I forgot about how crappy my snap ring pliers are, so we're gonna have to resume this tomorrow. Gotta run to town, get some better snap ring pliers, because these are just not cutting it. All right, after some running around, found something I think might work. These are lock ring pliers. I didn't realize that what I'm dealing with is actually maybe a lock ring and not a snap ring, because the snap rings have like a little circle for these little pins to stick in. And this looks like it has some grip on it. We'll see if that works. They're at O'Reilly's, they're like 15 bucks. Oh yeah! Right tool for the right job. Sweet deal, that was easy. Okay. Now there's another lock ring in there that holds the little low range unit on. Sweet deal. Yeah, I remember I had to grind this guy down so it fits. Sweet. All right, things are looking good. I mean, that's not good, but I was afraid that, you know, these internal splines where the four-wheel drive engages was just going to be all jacked up. You can see where it disengaged a couple times there, but they're not busted off. So that's not what was slipping. I'm pretty sure the chain was slipping over the teeth, but the teeth still look sharp. So we'll get ourselves a new chain. That should go back together pretty easy. I hope it lasts long enough that it's worth the 300 bucks, but we'll see. Cool, so that's that. Now it's time to pull the transmission. Fun stuff. All right, we are getting close to getting the transmission pulled. Just want to show you a few things. I'm pulling transmission on a Cherokee or Wagoneer. This one is pretty stripped down, so you might have a few more items to pull on like a newer Wagoneer. But this is 79, so 79 Cherokee. Turbo 400. So, there's a vacuum line for the kickdown. Pulled the starter. 3 flex plate bolts. That is it on this side. I got the cross member bolts out. There's just 2 more bolts on the frame on each side. Driver's side, we had the shift linkage. So that was like this. 1 pin there, that was like right there. and then one pin here that was right there. And then one wire that plugs into the side transmission right about there. I'm on the driver's side right now. There are 3 9/16 head bolts on the top of the bell housing. No, 4, sorry, excuse me. 4 on the top and then 2 that you can get to down here that have a 5/8 head. So I'm gonna drop the pan so I can drop the fluid, put the pan back in, get a jack under here, pull this cross member, and then pull those last 2 bell housing bolts. Right on. Got the transmission out. So yeah, you can see this thing is just friggin' leaky mess. What is that? Yeah, I found a company that sells an external seal kit. Get all this crap cleaned off. And you know, replace all the O-rings, seals, whatnot. Hopefully prevent it from looking like this, and you know, spraying transmission fluid all over the exhaust, which then gets inside the cab, all that smoke. It was lubing up my drive shaft pretty good, so now I'm gonna have to actually lube my drive shaft, but it's all good. All right, next item under here, gotta get that flex plate off. It's got a few bad spots. Really should have took care of that, you know, when I had the engine out, but got the perfect opportunity. So pull that real quick and probably call her a day. All right, got the transmission out, got the flex plate out. Here you can see, check that out. Yeah, so flex plate's out. Looks like I just need a chain for the transfer case. Everything else looks okay. So yeah, that's the plan for the drivetrain. Replace the chain, seal up the transmission, replace the flex plate. Alex is making me some new transmission lines, so I'll take care of the leaks there. I'm gonna order a new radiator, but before I do that, we're actually going to start tackling bodywork, which might seem counterintuitive since, you know, I slammed this thing against trees, but found that you can get quarter panels for like $55 a corner. You know, they made this body style from like 1963 to 91. And the only thing that really changed was like taillights and marker lights. So that's why they're so cheap. So new quarter panels will replace this damage. That one's real nice. And then in this inlay here, I'm gonna do a piece of plate with a little Nerf bar, and that should keep my butt end out of the trees. And then we're gonna get kind of wild. This top, it's going away. And we're gonna finally start building the M715 windshield frame, roll cage, going topless, getting rid of all this glass. All this glass just rattles so much. It's super annoying, and it's just waiting to get hit by trees. And then we can get that roll cage built. Glass will come out of the tailgate here. I don't know if you've ever seen, I think it's Babe, the Blue Ox. I will link that Instagram down in the description. It's a Jeep Cherokee, and it is sweet, and it's got the chop top. I love it. I was gonna do like an M715 truck box in the back, but I really want to keep the Cherokee Wagoneer look. So we're just gonna make a truck bed out of this, and since those quarter panels are so cheap, I think that's the way to do it. And then we'll use some of the sheet metal from the roof to patch up the wheel wells. Should be good. All right, well, that's it for this episode. If you want to support the channel, we got merch on Teespring. We also have some of these hats. They won't be as dirty as this one, don't worry. So if you want one of these hats, just email us. I think we're selling them for $25. We've got it in white, and I think we've got them in where the lettering is in orange. You can become a Patreon, so I just changed that to where it is a per month subscription or per month support system. I think we got $1, $3, and $5 a month options, so you can support the channel that way. You can shop on Amazon via any of the links in the description below. And last but not least, just like, share, and subscribe. We're approaching 2,000. You know, it's just kind of crazy. It took like almost 4 years to hit 1,000. And in the last year, we've almost gained another 1,000. It's pretty cool. So thanks so much, guys. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to me. Should be seeing a video from Alex here pretty soon. He's been finally finding time to work on that Bronco, and it's looking sweet. So, all right, wheel it, wreck it, wrench it, repeat. We'll see you next time.